Hello, Leo. This is your reading. Okay, Leo. Okay, I'm just gonna clear the energy really quick. Okay. Okay. Leo. Some of you may like showing me Harry Potter, which I know we're getting into this season here. But some of you specifically may have been talking about Harry Potter or thinking about Harry Potter. Okay. You have inspiration and endurance, the first two cards out. The inspiration card here has a solar eclipse on it, doesn't it? And now you have this endurance card here. Okay. Really feel like this is something you're creating, that you have had this inspiration for quite some time and you have been working at this for quite some time. This is like the energy that you're coming in with. You're showing me like, hey, I had this idea, I had this inspiration, and I've been focusing on it. And I think the difference is, and why you're going to start to see results now, harmony, is because you picked a particular way and you stuck with it. And you listened to the guidance that Spirit gave you about being in harmony, or how to create inner harmony within yourself. So there's changes that are happening as an outcome here. You also have protection here. So you are protected at this time. Spirit is protecting you at this time. I've been getting that message for you for quite some time now, that you are protected during this time, that you don't have to do everything. It's like you were doing all these other things to make things work in your world and other people's worlds. And it's like, no, Spirit doesn't want you to do that at this time. Spirit wants you to focus on your inspirations, what you've been working at for a long, long time, to not lose that endurance, and what brings you harmony within your soul. That's what Spirit is wanting you to do. And you're going to see how you're going to be able to do actually more for other people during this time. Like these birds, the flock of birds. What is this called? It's healthier for you to behave in this sort of a way because you're trying to go out before and physically do everything for everybody else. When you have this harmony within, other people find the harmony within themselves, and then it just moves like an organism. It's like a school of fish, and they all swim together. Like they have that, what is that called? There's like a word for it. It's like herd intelligence or something like that. I don't know. But it's like if you see them moving, these birds, they're just all flying, and they, it's like, how do they do that? How do they all know which way the other one is going, and this whole thing here? And it's like we are interconnected. We are interconnected in a very, very beautiful way here. You and all of this earth. And you have known that for quite some time, but now you're practicing that. You're putting that into implication. And so it's like you can do so much more in this way versus if you were trying to train each bird on which direction to fly, and that would take you forever versus you're just good within and you let them all find their way. There's something to, like, you have to let people find their own way. And it's not your responsibility to make the way for everybody else. That's not what's going on here. There's a change that is happening here. And you have this inheritance card. So there's something that some of you, could get an inheritance. But there's something else that's going on here. I feel like it's bigger than just that. Some of you are going to be getting an inheritance, and that's a wonderful thing. Some of you are going to learn how you had inherited qualities from other people, and that relationship, what that caused in your life for you to be in a particular way. And then your life was created in this particular way. So now you have this harmony within, and relationships with other people are changing. And you're not trying to change it. But it's a good thing. And it's a wanted thing that I feel like is surprising you. This inheritance is something that you deserve. This is something that you are worthy of. This is some sort of financial increase that you're going to be able to use to your benefit here. At the top of this card, there's a maze here, or a labyrinth. I think it's called a labyrinth, actually. And it's like, how do you get through, and you navigated your way through this labyrinth of your life. How? You did this by finding your own inner harmony, and this is guiding you on the way. Like, I feel like birds are guiding you on the way. Creatures, animals, the wind. Like, you're getting signs from nature. Nature is coming out to show you what way you need to go and what you need to focus on during this time. It's kind of like, for some of you, you need to stay in and fix this and focus on this. And like, the weather is like going to change. It's going to rain, so you stay in and do this. Like, something like that is going down here. But there is a time where it's like you have spent all of your life in this labyrinth here trying to find your way out. And then it's like you're finally at this place of the castle. You know what I mean? Because there's a way where it's like there is no logic in a labyrinth. You know what I mean? You have to just kind of follow your instincts to get out. And that's what it is that you have done. So there's something here that, patterns and behaviors that you inherited, that you handled in a way that now has opened up a way for a lot of abundance for you. So even if you don't know of anyone that's going to give you an inheritance, first of all, things can happen that don't make logical sense. So, okay, that can happen if you're a vibrational match to it, right? But also, this could just be because of this generational thing that you overcame, inner harmony, and a way of following your inspirations and sticking with something that you care about, right? Abundance is coming to you. Abundance is going to find its way to you. So, you have originality here. There's something unique about you. I don't feel like you fit in your family, and so I don't think you felt like you fit in anywhere in the world, in a lot of different areas in the world, and you're now starting to see how that is a really, really good thing here, a very good thing at this time. And you have an original way that you bring people together, and it causes a lot of beauty to be had here. So there is something that with this, a gift of abundance that you are being given, Spirit is wanting you to use that, like invest in yourself, invest in your originality. And if you're wondering, if you're trying to think about how am I going to do this? What am I going to do going forward? What are my next steps going to be? Spirit wants you to know to follow your originality. That's what Spirit is wanting you to do. What is the answer that is of originality, and that's the one that Spirit wants you to follow. That's the one that Spirit is wanting you to do. So you have risk here. And this card wanted to come out because it was under the originality card, and I felt that it wanted it to come out, but I shuffled anyways, and then it flew out. So this card is something, somebody here wants to take a risk during this time. There is something here that about there is something here about going out to face your fears, and then you find your fears or something like that. But it's like, don't stop, because this person here, you know, they really look like the Fool, like the Fool card. They look like the Fool. And so they're going out and they're trying to have this new beginning here, and then they're met with the Bear. And this is a very scary thing. But it's like telling you that you have everything that you need, you know, with this Key card down here. So there's fears that don't really exist at this time. And that is what Spirit is wanting you to know, because look at this lush forest around the Bear. But the tree down here is barely even growing. So it's like you're imagining this huge bear that is going to come in and you're going to have all these problems. And Spirit's like, the forest you're trying to go through is just starting. There's no bears there. So you don't have to worry about that. You know, that's not where you're at. And there's something here about a respect, you know, because you have the arrowhead here, right? And it's tied to like the stone carving of a bear, which is just reminding me of something that, you know, our ancestors did early stages of the earth. You know, there was a respect, there was a respect to nature, a respect to the unknown, and willing to face your fears. But because they respected the animal, you know, and they respected nature, the nature within them, and the need to survive, right? There was a way that things were done during that time that they survived. I mean, people used to make a weapon out of a stone. You know how long it took them to make these arrowheads? And you know, like, the wild, they were going into the wild, okay? Like, what is going to happen out here? There's quicksand out there. There's spiders out there. You know, there's no, let me call 911 real quick. No, you can't order a pizza and feed your kids and relax for one night. No, you can't. You know, you just have to go for it. And this is like the energy that is behind you, that is backing you. There's some of you, you know, you may connect to that. You may collect arrowheads or something, or, you know, there's some kind of interests that you have, or you are from some sort of a like tribe or something. I don't know, but there's just something about this respect for the way that things used to be done and wanting to preserve that, and just in general, the spirit of being willing to face your own fears and trust in like nature and what your part is with nature. This is really interesting here, especially because it ends with the love affair card. It's not a negative card, it's a positive card. Okay, it just talks about the beginning of a beautiful romance here. So you guys have been getting those cards as well. But I feel like there's a lot of things that are clicking into place because you're realizing this harmony card, your relationship with yourself. You are no longer looking back and blaming other people in your family. People have done that. They have blamed other people for their misfortunes. This is not to put anybody down because everybody is at a place on their journey, you know what I mean? But you have made a change here, and you have said, what's my part in this? And how can I change within myself to grow, to be better, to do things in a different way, right? To get a different result that could be better. You're willing to look at your own part in things. You're willing to That is a vulnerability, that is an honesty you're willing to be with yourself. And when you're willing to do that, these kind of fears here, they melt away. There's nothing really to be afraid of. And you're willing to show up with this originality card as your real self. And so during your bloodline, people were afraid to do that. And so they did not do that. And so now you have a whole bloodline's worth of abundance inheriting to you. Good karma is inheriting to you. It is carried through the bloodline. So it's like that's what's happening here. And this risk that you're willing to take, that's what's happening here. Imagine, look at this. There's something here. This is going under the inspiration card that you are receiving from Spirit. Spirit is bringing these messages from you at this time. You have flexibility at the bottom of the deck. So it's like during this time, because you're willing to be vulnerable with yourself, because you are willing to accept, you're willing to take these kinds of risks, you're willing to be your truest self here, all your other relationships are changing as a result. Your relationship with money, your relationship with your own health, because of the harmony within you is changing all of the world around you. Your friends are going to change. Your relationships are going to change. A relationship is either going to improve or it's going to go away. And that's it. Flexible. You need to be flexible at this time because there's going to be some changes that are occurring for you, but they are changes to your benefit. You got come with the edge here in community. So I feel like you're going to lose a community of people and gain a community of people, but that is going to be something that is to your benefit. And look at this, you can't make it up. You have regeneration came here. So this is happening. What happened here? Something burned down the whole forest, and now new forest is growing here. You're going to lose an old community and gain a new community. You have go to the sea and new life. New life. You're going to have a new life now. Now is the time. Now is the time for you. Okay. So you have gone within, right, with this yin energy. And now you are able to apply that energy. That is what's happening here for you in this reading. You're now able to apply this energy. It was like, now you're ready. You're woken up. You're ready for this new life. You did this going within, this healing work after you have lost so many things. Lost so many things. The tree is not grown yet. This is like the tree here. Okay. So you wanted more. You had a situation that wasn't good, and it was all areas of your life. So you imagined and you took the inspiration from those circumstances, and you were working at something. But while you were working at something, you were working on something else within you, and that's your own harmony here. Your ability to stick with your own needs. Okay, and during that time, the forest was burnt down. Okay, and then you had to go within here. You went within and you took an honest look at yourself, how you really felt about things, what you really did at certain times of your life, and how you really felt, and what you really expected from other people, and what other people really did, or didn't do, and what those reasons might mean. You put that all together, okay, with this yin. You got a download from Spirit. Okay. You made yourself in a way that you were able to hear it here. And now you have this tree growing back. Better than ever before. And this is a risk now to put yourself out there, right? It's a risk. But it is one that, you're now ready for your new life. You're now ready to start applying everything that you have learned up until this point. You are now ready for your fate, for your destiny. You have higher power here. So this is telling me that, Spirit is in alignment with this. Spirit is wanting you to have this here, wanting you to have this love, wanting you to have this new life here. This is something that you deserve. So a lot of you, there's going to be a huge transformation in a relationship that you already have, or You're going to meet a new person who is different than everybody else that you have ever dated, interacted with, and this is because you are literally going to see how you changed within you, and your outside world literally changed. Okay, this is the quote by Gandhi. Okay, it is not be the change you wish to see in the world. That is a really beautiful quote and it has a very good meaning, but that's not what Gandhi actually was saying. I have a longer quote that was like a summary of what he really said, which what he really said was, when you change the constitution of your own within you, the outside world around you changes. And this is the way that humans actually change this world. And what this world actually is a reflection of within every single being on this whole planet, all clumped together. So when you change the inner constitution of yourself to harmony, you are literally creating harmony out here in this world for other people to have more access to, for the birds, for the trees, for the weather, for the ocean, for the cosmos, for everything. It's a much more elaborate thing than what we think it is. And you have a uniqueness about you that you bring to this earth. And you are now able to do that. Because before, in the beginning, there were people that had desire. You think cave people didn't have desires? They did. This is why this world was created. We had nothing. We had nothing, we had nothing, we had nothing. We made an arrow from a stone that took the whole day. All we had was to just make, and probably it took several days, right? And then, you know, that arrow gets broken and chipped and you got to make a new one. And all you did was, you know, bring home a little bit of meat to cook, and then you're exhausted. You have no time for anything else. But maybe they wanted to stop and watch the sunset. Maybe they wanted a way to create something, to make something, you know. Maybe they came home one day to their cave and they took a beautiful seashell and they put it on a rock, and they thought of how pretty it would be if they had a bunch all throughout their cave, but they didn't have time to go to the ocean look for shells because they had to feed their freaking family, you know? So these were desires that were wanted. And so we evolved. We made better ways to do things. This drove us. And so this is expanded and expanded and expanded to now a place where, you know, I can just order some food on my phone real quick and I don't have to think about it the rest, and I have this ability to create. You know, I have this time to do things. I have a weekend where I'm off and I don't have to like do anything else, you know? And I know it's not always that simple, but you know, there's changes that have been made. There's progress that has been made. And there's people before you that didn't get to live out their dreams because other people took away their freedoms, because other people took away their liberties, and they didn't know that they had the power within themselves to change the situation around, right? So now we're at an interesting time here where you have a really unique ability to live out this dream. And spirit is like, you have ancestors behind you that want you to do this because they all had dreams that they didn't get to do. So you getting out here and you doing your dream is like them all getting to do their dream. They're all living through you, but it's more than that. It's not just seeing it and, oh, that warms my heart. No, they're literally physically living with you like a flock of birds that live as one organism because they're flying in this direction and they're flying in that. And how do they know this, right? And how do they know when they're going to stop and they're going to eat? And then when are they going to find each other again? You know, there's something going on with this. And there's like science about this, blah, blah, blah. It's a word. It means something like herd intelligence. I don't know all about it. But I'm just saying that with animals, we have that. We have that as well. And we have that with people that have passed on in our ancestral line. For some of you, there's a particular loved one that really wants you to do something. Because they know how much that it means to you, and maybe when they were alive, they didn't get it. Didn't get it. No. But that doesn't mean that it's not for you. And that doesn't mean that they're not on board with it now, because they can see the bigger picture now. But there's literally, your ancestors are living as you within your being. They're adding this motivation for you to be this originality, for you to take this risk here, for you to have this new life, because it is your destiny and it is their destiny, and you were born out of this. So it's like so powerful. And it's so interesting, the key card here, and then spirit. On the third eye, there's a keyhole, and so like the risk that you're taking, spirit is letting you know, yes, we're giving you the key to take the risk. And we're telling you, yes, this is going to unlock a lot for you, a lot of insight for you. Something magical of a power is going to unlock for you, because spirit has this power, right? This is called higher power for a reason, and you have access to it. It's literally telling you, you have access to it. And yes, we're telling you to take this risk. And we're going to be here with you. There is a power that spirit has, that spirit can help you in this world. And this is the protection card. You're protected at this time. You're meant to do something. And it matters. Every person matters. And this pain and struggle that you have gone through with this Nine of Wands, it matters. And you're reevaluating it. You're looking back at it in a different way than you used to. And that's the Emperor, because the Emperor, okay, this is important. Somebody's past, somebody took advantage of someone, right? Look at this Nine of Wands card. He's got a bandage on. He's got this, stick here. He has sticks around him. He is ready. Something is coming. He's ready, right? This happened to me before. I don't trust anything. I'm ready to fight. Let's do this. You know what I mean? And, you're changing here the way that you think, because the Emperor, any misfortune that happened to the Emperor says, oh no, that just made me stronger. But it's not even in that way. I'm not saying it right. Okay. Adam Sandler. This is what it is. So Adam Sandler had a teacher. I'm going to look into this love too. That's coming in a minute. Adam Sandler had a teacher who, in acting school before he was famous, that literally took him out for a beer and was like, I don't think this is your thing. You should change your major. You should go to a different school. Why don't you do something else? Adam Sandler's teacher told him this, right? And so, of course, he's this huge successful actor, and he ran into this teacher out with people, with friends. And he's introducing this teacher to everyone. Was he rude to this teacher? All he said was, this is the only teacher that ever took me out for a beer. He didn't say how this person tried to put him. This is the Emperor energy. This is Emperor energy. Emperors, anything that you tried to do to me, it's fine. I'm only going to see the positive in it. And that's it. And I'm going to use it to my benefit, and I'm going to build with it. And that's what emperors do. And that's what you're doing at this time. That's what you're changing within yourself. This is huge. It's huge. There are people in your life that are still here. And when you're around them, you slip back very easily into that. And so you're going to distance yourself from these people. They're not going to be in your life. Spirit's going to take them out of your life. You're going to make these decisions to get them out of your life, because this is your destiny. It's going to happen. And it's going to happen whether you make it easy for it to happen or whether you make it difficult, and Spirit has to step in and do it. But it doesn't really matter either way, so don't be hard on yourself either way, some spirits, some souls, they're just a little more wild and they like a wild story, you know? So some people, this may happen in a really dramatic manner, and maybe that's because you have a really dramatic soul. And that's very entertaining. You know what I mean? You ever talk to someone and it's just like very boring and very boring and very boring, but they're very peaceful. Don't get me wrong now, but they are boring, you know? They're boring. And then there's people that are so lively and so fun, but man, do they have a dramatic life? You know, so it's like, where are you at? Are you happy with where you're at? Okay then, go along for the ride. Yeah, some of you may be a little dramatic. It's okay. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. So there's something here that's really, really okay. Let's do this. Let's look at this love, right? Like too bright to look at this stuff. They keep trying to show me something, but I can't see what it is because it's so bright. And so I cannot look at it. And so maybe that means something to somebody. I can't make out what it is. It's really irritating. Okay. This is crazy. This is crazy cool. The Hermit. You could have a Virgo coming in. It doesn't have to be. Or a Scorpio. But it's quick. And it's something that you left. Either you said, you know what, love schmove, pushing it to the side. I'm going to focus on myself. I'm going to focus on my career. I'm going to focus on my friendships. I'm going to there's stuff I need to work out and I'm working on that. And yeah, maybe there's times where you think about love and you are wanting love to some degree because this is coming in really fast and it's something really beautiful. You have enthusiasm here. Okay, so this is happening, but some of you may have kind of pushed it away, or there's just something about, I'm going to push this away and whatever, you know, and that's just the energy that it is. But so this could be a person who you specifically pushed away. You pushed a lot of people away in love, or this could just be someone that is new, that's coming in, and you already pushed away love in general. So it's like, really? You have the Three of Cups here with the Hierophant and the Empress. Jeez. And you have the Devil. Okay, so it's like, all right. You may I feel like something was just like, okay, you felt like something had to end because there wasn't this, maybe you wanted something to be more of a commitment, or you wanted something to be presented in a particular way and it wasn't presented in that way. And so you were like, this can't be trusted then because it's not coming in the way that I thought it was going to come. So no, go away. And it's kind of like suddenly there's going to be some sort of a change here to be celebrated. This is telling me that it's not going to be presented in a toxic manner anymore, because this is something that is, they're assessing something and they're changing it. Because somebody was willing to take a real honest look. So whoever you're drawing in, it's very interesting, because when somebody is drawn into you and somebody has an energy, typically a very noticeable one as well, you have that energy somewhere within you. You're some sort of form of a vibrational match to that. I can't even, I don't know, I'm too excited to even talk about this. Because I feel like this is a really exciting thing. Because this is something that, you're not really expecting, you're not really holding out for it, and you're not stressed about it. I'm not going to stress about it. No, I'm not going to. And nope, not. You're going to come at me with this kind of an energy, and if anything even looks even remotely like this, pushing it away. And so that's why they're coming in a different energy, because you were kind of like, I'm not going to do that here. But there's something to be said about you showing up as the Empress, because the Empress is approachable. So you got to pay attention to that. Are you approachable, or are you, you don't want to be too Queen of Swords with it. You have the Moon flying out here. So this is like an unknown thing that is like really turns into something really stable. This could be with a Cancer or a Pisces. This could be with a Taurus, even a Capricorn. Perhaps even a Capricorn. Or you have Aquarius here as well. It doesn't have to be any of these signs though. But this is definitely something that I feel like is going to shock you. And it's not. It's just kind of comes in at a time where you're like, what? Like you were not expecting this to come in at this time. Your focus is somewhere else. It comes in when your focus is somewhere else. That's what it is. But it's something that's going to bring you a lot of joy. There's something that you feel like you need to close yourself off from with this Eight of Cups and the High Priestess and the Ace of Cups. There's something that you're like, you know what? I just feel like I need to close myself off. And I feel like for a lot of you, it may even be the world. You need to close yourself off from everything. Everything, everybody. You're just backing off. And, you're not saying anything. You're not doing anything. You're walking away towards your own happiness and spending time doing that. And this is when you get this offer of love that is coming in towards you. And I feel like you kind of are thinking, either you're thinking that this person is not interested, or you're thinking that this person is not the one, or you're thinking, I'm never going to find the one, and the one kind of just shows up here. And this person feels very certain, and they appreciate your dramatic side. They appreciate that you're presenting them not with like a challenge, but you're not just going to let anyone into your life at this point. You're really not. And they're showing up as the Chariot here. So there's someone who really wants to do some movement forward here with you, and they are going to tell you that. And it's okay if you're wanting, I feel like you're going to maybe want to take things slow. And you're going to want to reveal yourself to this person slowly. And this person, you're going to be able to build a trust with this person, because you're going to be able to show things. This person is not going to be scared away. There's something about you that you're worried like you are too crazy or something like that. But I don't mean crazy in a bad way, but I just mean like, are you too vibrant? Are you too this? Are you too that? And so you're putting on this other way. And there's something about this person that you're going to just naturally show them some things. That's really your soul. And then there's this tendency to pull back and not do that. But I think it's just going to take a little time, and you're slowly but surely going to reveal yourself to this person. And this person is going to show you that you can trust. And you're going to be doing the same thing for them at the same time. So it's like it kind of starts off slowly, but then you get it and you go, like riding a bike. Like when you're riding a bike, and I haven't ridden a bike in forever. And so the first time you get on a bike, it's like, oh God. Hope I don't look like, you know. So riding this bike, but then, you know, a few minutes later, I'm, you know, flying down the street, you know. I mean, I don't know. That's how it would go, but this is what I'm talking about here. So then I feel like it's going to move very, very quickly. But there's truth here with it. So you're going to be okay about this pace. And in the beginning, I don't think you are. But you're going to see that this person is going to be patient with you and that you can trust this person. You're going to build that. And that's going to, and then you're going to turn around and be like, wow, it's only been this amount of time and I'm already like here, and so are they. And so this is a really beautiful thing that's happening, that's coming together for you, that, you know, you deserve to have this. You deserve to have this. And, you know, that's something here. That's really something here. Because it feels like you had a lot of pain in your family line, in your bloodline. A lot of people that didn't get to express love, that they had to hide their vulnerabilities, and they had to put on this brave face, and they had to marry or be in relationships with people in order for survival. And so this love, this vulnerability was never be able to express. And you're the one breaking it. You're the one. And so you're setting a lot of people free karmically. This is very important. This is very important. You loving yourself is very important. Everyone on this planet loving themselves is very important. Everybody being who they are and loving themselves is very important for this world. That is a big thing that we can all do for this world, and it matters. Each one of us matters. And you're seeing that, and you being that and living that is inspiring other people around you to do the same. And this is how one bird gets a flock of birds, and then they're all flowing together. And it's this beautiful occurrence. That's what you're doing here. Pay attention to flocks of birds. I don't know. Anyways. All right, let's get a shot. Okay, you got a monkey. Very cute. So, monkeys are very playful. I feel like this new person coming in, is there a year of the monkey? I don't know. I think there's a year of a monkey, like the Chinese year of the monkey. If there is, maybe there's a year of the monkey. Maybe, there's a year of the monkey. Also, this could just talk about them. I'm just feeling very playful. Like this person is very playful. This is someone that you can have fun with. That flexible card came out. So it's like this person is very easily adaptable into a lot of different situations. And I feel like you're going to genuinely appreciate that about this person. You have a hot dog, a weenie dog. So that could mean something to you. Maybe this is a kind of dog that they have, or you both could just love dogs. Okay. And you also have the dragon. It could be the year of the dragon. That's that one I know for sure. Is there a year of the dog? Maybe. The dragon. There is something about this person that is mystical. Could have had a lifetime, past lives together for sure. And also just a protector. Dragons protect you. Dogs are loyal and playful. You know, like monkeys could be like, you know, as old as monkeys get, you know. So like equivalent to like their 80s in human years, and they're still playful. They don't lose that. And so that could be something that is going on here. They're also just showing me like a connection with the eyes. I feel like when you see this person, the way you're going to know a signifier for you is the look in their eyes. When you look in your eyes, the way that you feel in here, you just know. There's just this knowing that you're going to have. So you're not going to have to worry. You're not going to have to second guess yourself. You're not going to have to find clues and extract information to validate. It's a very different occurrence that's happening here, because this is someone who is loyal, someone who is playful, and someone who is protective, right? And I feel like they could also surprise you. It's like reminding me of the dragon from Shrek. And it's like, she turned out to be a girl dragon. Who knew, you know? And she like turned out to be like really kind. She just needed love. And I feel like that dragon is you. Like, you're kind of like, I don't know about this. I don't know. And then like slowly you're vulnerable. And then you see, you know, that it's this risk that you're willing to take, you know? Shrek has to take that risk. He's got to go in there and he's got to see what this dragon's all about, you know? So, okay. That's what I have for you. And thank you so much. I hope to see you next time.